Do not fear what they fear. Do not be intimidated. These are Peter's next words. We're in 1 Peter chapter 3. We saw him say, who will harm you if you're devoted to what is good? Yesterday we saw, even if you should suffer for righteousness, you are blessed. And now comes this beautiful call to arms. It's quoting Isaiah 8:12. Don't fear what they fear. Don't be intimidated. What do they fear? They fear ultimate origins questions. All militant atheists do. And even some materialistic pagan religions, such as Hinduism, also have no answer to the ultimate question of origins. Like Hinduism is a materialistic worldview. It believes that there are millions of gods, but they're created beings just like you and me. They don't ultimately have a great deal to say about ultimate origins. So they fear questions of ultimate origins. See this weekend's coming sermon for more on that. They will never be able to answer the question of ultimate origins. You as a Christian don't have to fear that because you know the ultimate origin. It's Jesus. He's the Logos through whom everything was created. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. You also don't fear death. For the Christian, to live is Christ, to die is gain. Don't fear what they fear. You don't have to fear questions about morality and their origins, because we know that Jesus is the Logos. Remember our study in John? He's the Logos. He's the origin of it all. He's the arbiter of right and wrong. While culture may shift rapidly in what is right and what is wrong, and they have no underlying paradigm, they have no logos upon which to authoritatively base their sense of morality, you don't have to fear that. You don't have to fear being embarrassed of your tweets that you post now 10 years from now. Because if you're a Christian and you just share the word of God, your sense of morality is intact. You know where it came from and you know where it's going. There's no additions planned for the Bible, so you're going to be consistent as you stay true to the word of God. You don't have to fear questions of ultimate origins. You don't have to fear death. You don't have to fear questions about morality and its origins or where it came from. You, as a Christian, have better answers to all of these questions than atheism or any other pagan worldview. Don't fear what they fear. What they fear also is what people think of them. Now this one's harder. Don't fear what they fear. Don't be intimidated. Jesse, I don't have a PhD in metaphysics. I don't have degrees like Peter Singer and Richard Dawkins and like Stephen Hawking did. I don't have the kind of educational background. I don't have the kind of IQ that some of these published atheists do, and they're so stinking smart, and they are avid in their opposition to Christianity. That intimidates me legitimately, because if the two of us were in an intellectual sparring match, they would humiliate me. But you ought not be intimidated. If your brain is like a smart car, and Richard Dawkins' brain is like a Ferrari FXX, and the two of you set out in a race, same starting line, yeah, you'd get smoked unless Richard Dawkins in his Ferrari FXX goes the wrong direction and you're moving the right direction. You might be rocking the intellectual equivalent to a smart car, but you're going the right direction. That Ferrari is moving the wrong direction with all of its horsepower because it took a wrong turn at the starting line. This is why someone with a genius level IQ and multiple PhDs can be fantastically wrong about the origins of the universe, the origins of morality, and the ultimate destination for what happens after we die. And someone else with a much humbler IQ and with zero education can be phenomenally right. Don't be arrogant about this, but don't be intimidated either. You didn't write this, you just believe it and you share it. Don't fear what they fear. Don't be intimidated, Christian. It's a completely unfair fight when you compare the combined IQs of the world's most devout atheists with the intelligence of the Creator. Don't fear what they fear. Don't be intimidated. Share the reason for the hope that you have with someone today, even if it's small. Go.